right, this girl, she just shed. She is 54 inches, 1,100 grams. Pardon the water stain. I can't get it out. It's been there. I've scrubbed it. It's clean. It just won't come out. But if Animal Plastics ever gets their shit together, I won't have this cage much longer. She was supposed to be in the 8 by 3 by 2.5. So was the Guyana. Not in the same one, separate ones. But still waiting on Animal Plastics. But with COVID and how slow they are normally, not much I can do. But she turned 2 in September. She was on small rats every 16 to 19 days until August. And then from August until November, she was on small rats every 14 or 15 days. And now it's time for the winter fast for all of them. Her winter fast is going to be, all of them actually are going to be from now, middle November, until she's booking it. From middle of November until the beginning of March. But the 3 younger ones in January, they'll get 1 meal and then they'll fast again. So it's like they're not going to go the entire duration like the Anaconda and the older Suriname. Because they're still younger, they're still growing. They'll get 1 meal in between, but still greatly reduced. But yeah, she's 54 inches, 1,100 pounds, probably a little less, or 1,100 pounds. 1,100 grams, 38 ounces, a little bit over 2 pounds. So March, once it's time for her to start on regular feeding again, she's going to be on medium rats at that point. So, and that'll be probably every 3. With her, the way she grows, I'll probably do it closer to every 4 weeks. With the Guyana, it would be every 3, but we'll see what happens when how she's responding to it. But if I do every 4 weeks during the, earlier in the year, March to August, then I'll shave a week off either way. Basically, she'll get 1 or 2 extra meals. You don't want to starve them and then power feed them. So for those 5 months, it's more of a normal spaced out feeding program. And then you just reduce it a little bit. So during later in the year, like late summer, early fall, you're basically just having them get 1 or 2 more meals, which is really not that crazy. Like in the wild, if it's the wet season, generally they're going to eat more during that time than they are during the dry season. Doesn't mean they're going to fast the entire time, but a lot of times they do because they just don't catch food. But it's really hit or miss in the wild. With us here, it's more controlled. So she grew a lot during the fasting time last year, so I'm expecting her to this year as well. All of them, except for the BI, grew the most while they were not eating last year. And it wasn't just during that time, it was also extended to a little bit after. Like once they were brought back on food again, that kicked them into a quick growth spurt. So from the fasting time for about another 6 weeks after that, they grew a lot more than normal. So I'm expecting to see that again this year, but we'll see. So anyway, yeah, she's a beast, man, and she's been safely fed. I don't power feed her. I don't even overfeed her. It's not even close. And she's getting huge. And it upsets me that these cages aren't ready yet because I ordered them in February and it's almost December. But, COVID and Animal Plastics being slow, but they have good products. So we'll see what happens. But eventually this girl is going to end up in this big one here because the Suriname that's in here now, she's the oldest, but she's going to be the smallest. So this girl's the most active. She loves being out in the open as she goes and hides, but she will stay out here every night and move around. She's very, very, very active, more than any of them. The Guyana comes out pretty much every night as well, but she's not quite as active as her. And the big girl in the other cage is, out of the 3, she's the least active, but she's very active too. She moves around a lot, but I think this girl's going to get the best use out of that bigger enclosure because it's about 2 feet tall, 1.5 feet taller than the other 2 are going to be. But I'm going to make sure with those cages that I have something similar to this, but I'm going to have it extend all the way down so they can still climb, but it's more from left to right, not quite as high, so we're not real close to the heat source. But I have a bunch of plans, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, guys, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, hit me up in the comment section. I'll get back to you. And as always, be safe, guys.